This is your daily market review for Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max of DSP Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market review for Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. Hopefully you're having a great week. Options expiration, as we talked about, a little choppy, up and down, but we are still expecting down in time. You have earnings after the close. We'll talk about that. Netflix and good old Tesla. Yeah, other than that, are you surprised by the action? No, we're not. We talked about the levels. We know why the market's doing what it's going to do. We know what to anticipate. However, we do expect ChopX to be ChopX. Talking about Monday, Tuesday, one direction, maybe a little, sideways and down. The rest of the week, we'll see. Again, keep in mind, there's a lot going on. If you're trying to read the tea leaves by looking at all the options flow, please be careful for the love of God. If you're new to the channel, please check out the Discord room. Link is in the description below. And please stick around. Plenty of insights to help you trade, figure out what's going on, and what to expect. Again, thank you, folks, for the generous donations. I really appreciate it. Again, it is not required, but it shows that you understand the value of free knowledge, that you're willing to generously donate, even though you don't have to. Again, free tuition, tip the dealer, appreciate it. Pay yourself, pay your taxes, treat your family, and if you want to throw me a tip, I really appreciate it. And again, it has me invest in your well-being. I really want everybody involved to do extremely well. If you're new to the channel, check out the YouTube channel. Did another live chat today. People were talking about buying bonds and buying certain. I'm like, well, all right, we'll see. Again, you'll enjoy it. Get the live notifications, hit the notification bell. I do probably one. I try to do one a day if I can of a live chat, but 3 to 4 a week. New to Twitter, also posting trades, what we got going on there. Talked about ExxonMobil, talked about going live, talked about some of the things we're watching, talking about all the charts. Again, if you're not in the Discord room, check out the Twitter because I guarantee I'm trying to post as much as possible. Also go to the tradingagent.com. Back to Basics series is there as well as on YouTube. You're able to access it from more beginner to advanced. If you're worried about your broker, again, check out the Interactive Brokers link. It's well worth it. And if you need that yield, please, you need to be making at least 5%, 5.4%. Use the discount code for 3 months, then share it with your friends, and you'll have 5.4% and or more. This code is good for 3 months, but also if Goldman raises rates, they auto do it for you. So it's amazing. Again, you're not locked into 5.4. If rates go higher, you get paid more. Assuming this is climbing over to 90%. Yep, 93%. They're not doing anything for the next Fed meeting. Bitcoin holding up. However, after the close, I'm not surprised that Senator Warren is trying to push crypto ban so that they're saying it's fueling terrorism and all this stuff. All stuff that they've talked about. Just keep an eye on it. 28,000 area. Oil. We talked about, it holding support geopolitically. It's tough to know exactly. Again, in time, there is such thing as called demand destruction with oil prices because, again, the recession, higher unemployment. And again, if you saw some of the companies that released more unemployment or more firings, it's hard to see oil staying up. But geopolitically it could. So if there's easier trades, that's what I'd be looking at. Again, to me, tech is an easy short. And again, nat gas, I don't trust it at all. Please be careful. Please be careful. The dollar, we've said, is holding up pretty well. At this point, just be thoughtful. Please be thoughtful. It's been up for 12 straight weeks. It's probably going to hold up. If it goes higher or lower, again, watch for volatility. I don't really care about the dollar as much as I want to see the volatility in it. TLT, a lot of people are like, is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? Lots of volume. We thought the bottom was here. Does it make sense? I don't know. Again, government spending. They're talking about another $100 billion aid for Israel, Ukraine. Our bond auctions are failing. No demand. This one is incredibly tough. Incredibly. If this is 2008, 2009, I'm saying yeah. But now the way the government's run, the way that things are going on around the world, international demand for our bonds is absolute trash. Just be careful. Again, if you have to buy it, define your risk. I just think there's better trades. I will argue there's better trades. The VIX, as we talked about, spiking and then chopping around, holding the 200-day. It looks like it's going to be holding up pretty well. So anyway, keep an eye on the VIX. We talked about it peaking up, right? Keep an eye on it, keep an eye on it, keep an eye on it. At this point, if you are not paying attention to these things, again, if it breaks out, it might confirm the market's about to get cooked. Now, again, it is OPEX. Be careful. We'll talk about it. SPY, 20-day. You know how we talk about 3 times as a charm? Again, the market knows once something happens 3 times, it's typically going to play games. Look at this. We break trend. We rally back. And that was the 3rd time. And now look at us. We are holding on to that trend line for dear life. Now, after hours, we're basically flat on some of the earnings, but keep an eye on it. Q. 150, all crossing, going down. Be careful. We broke primary, again, the primary trend. You can kind of see how the line has mattered. We went over it and then hit a channel high. 20-day, keep an eye on it. IWM, which we said, is lagging. If it's lagging, there's for a reason. IWM leads, it looks like absolute trash. If it breaks, don't be surprised when the market takes the next leg down. DIA, as we talked about, lagging as well. Gets up to this next resistance zone. Fail. Now fails at 200-day. Keep an eye on it. Gold. A lot of people are going, oh, I see you were wrong about gold. Hey, guys, I don't care. I'm right about 90% of the time. On other things, I don't give a about gold at this point. As I said, the best time to buy will be when the Feds drop the liquidity bomb into the market. They haven't done that yet. So at this point, it's geopolitical risk only. If anything changes geopolitically, this stuff could get absolutely hacked. That's why I'm just like, there's easier trades. I said easier. Again, if you want to make trading hard, that is your choice. Again, we talked about even it bottoming down here. Go watch the videos at the end of the month. However, I will wait. Again, if you zoom out in the monthly, there's nothing to chase. Look at silver. Can't get anything going after today. Again, we're talking about like all these names. Long term, come back to me. When? What? Come back to me when what? The Fed's liquidity driven. I mean, I'm telling you, miners, people are like, oh, gold. I'm telling you, miners will get absolutely shafted. Now they're rallying after holding support, after being oversold. Not surprised. And again, if you want to trade these and you think this is the best trade, you go right ahead. I'm just not going to sit here and advise thousands of people who I know who understand this to buy something that I'm like, well, if you study the past, the history, when the market gets absolutely trashed and the VIX spikes in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, miners get crushed because they're a liquidity issue. They have a problem getting funding. They have a problem getting loans. And if the interest rates are higher, they're kind of stuck. 100-day held or hit, failed. Keep an eye on it. AG, another name. I'm like, okay. Again, oversold. All these names. If this you thought was the best trade, go right ahead. Just don't hold on to them with like you can't lose. Again, study the past. AEM breaks out, fails back. Again, check the monthly. See what happens during 2008, 2009. I talk about this like almost every video. They get absolutely destroyed. But it doesn't make sense. And then what happens is usually money comes in. They start pouring money into the bond market. They start supporting and drop liquidity everywhere, and it will find into gold because they know it's inflationary. But right now, the Feds are scared crapless of inflation, right? Nuance, look at this. 100-day, pass, bounce, and keep it on. Again, all these names, choppy, sloppy. If you think it's the best trade, go right ahead. Just don't bother me about it. I don't want to hear about your best trade in gold and silver. If it was great, cool. I'm telling you, we're feeding you big winners in other places. Because I think there's a massive legendary short in tech happening as we speak, but you want to chase metals. And I don't care. Again, I own physical. I love it long term, but I am not trading the actual names. The market names. Don't care. We'll wait till, again, the Feds pivot. Have not pivoted. I'll wait. 200-day on Taiwan Semi, we said it. Again, some chip names holding up with the ban. Micron was the prime example today, holding up. Keep an eye on it. It looks like a lower high. I mean, it's tough to say why, but I mean, it might be something's going on. Either way, if some people got stopped out, great, and you moved into other things, even better. AMD, 100-day, 20-day, folding. NVIDIA, finally, as we said yesterday, once it broke the 100-day, it's game over. However, look, we're supporting. This is a head and shoulders top. 5 days down. Could it chop around? Don't be surprised. Don't get silly. Don't be stupid. Again, trade around your positions, manage it, but also, too, if you're short for the long term, be prepared to hold your core position. Let it run. Intel, holding trend. We talked about watching the short in 37. So far, so good. We said SMH hit channel. Look what happened. Ba-ding! Now we're back at the lower channel. Could it bounce? You don't know. Just let it play out, please. Adobe said watch what happens up here. Another wick up in the 560, 570 range. Again, this name looks primed to just fail from range highs. Apple, they try to rally it every day. We'll see what happens. Again, since it hit the 100-day channel high, look what it's doing. Again, I mean, I can't tell you what's going to happen every day, intraday, but if you got in at the spots that matter, like we talked about, here you go. Amazon, like the 50-day. So far, so good. Oh, but it didn't go there in a straight line. Well, of course not. It doesn't. Like even on the 10-minute chart, you know your intraday stuff doesn't go in a straight line. CRM held 200 area like we talked like it could, but this is a big head and shoulders pattern. Just let it play out. Guggenheim rode the lightning, screwed over a lot of people trying to short it. And again, you stopped out. Now you're back at the channel lows. Again, nothing should be safe. Meta, frustrating. Again, I understand that this is where we talk about the mind of pivoting. Pivoting. Move on to something else. Looks like a double top, chopping around. When it goes, I don't know. Maybe it's waiting for Snap earnings. Maybe it's waiting for something else. I have no clue. Microsoft, we talked about this like 335 area. Hit it again. Doink. This looks like an easy short. But again, keep in mind, if you're, remember, broke channel, just be careful. There's earnings. Like here, speaking of earnings, NDAQ. Gift, horse in the mouth. Look at this. Rally. Again, if that thing sits the 200-day, call me. Text me. Alert me. Please. I'm not paying attention, but I think it's an easy short. MicroStrategy chopping around. Netflix after hours earnings. It's at 380. Now, we said going into earnings in a live chat, please be careful. This thing has absolutely gotten destroyed. Don't be surprised if it gets tired. Actually, here's 380s. 200-day, 20-day cross. Now, again, do you want to short it after hours? I don't know if that would be the play. Again, second mouse gets the cheese. This is where if you had profits, hopefully you hedge something. Let it run. Just again, see what happens tomorrow. I'm telling you, we don't know. We don't know. I haven't looked at their numbers, but I'm assuming their numbers came in whatever better. Roblox looking for a bounce. Tesla. Let's see what this one's doing after hours. After hours, 245, chopping around. Again, at the channel low. I mean, their deliveries were weak. Again, this is hard. This is why I tell people, like, we know everyone knows the numbers, right? Everyone knows the numbers, but we don't know the reaction. That's the $1 million question. So far, it's just holding channel. I would probably wait and see, again, what happens with earnings, then play it. Nucor. We talked about shorting pops on this. Look at that. Look at that. 100-day, we talked about getting up there and was chopping around. Okay, now it bounces for 2 days. Boom, coming right back down. Caterpillar finally broke. And nobody hit me up. Nobody hit me up because they couldn't trade it. We said, watch that pop to the 50. I literally said in the Discord, watch the pop up to the 275 area. That is a solid trade pretty quickly. Now the 100 days breaking. The M top is confirming. The 20 days rolling down. 50 days rolling down. And then people are like, I'm going to take all my profits. I'm like, trade around your core position. I think this is going much lower, in my opinion. China's GDP data, crap. Year over year. FedEx, same kind of thing. Drops quick. We know it's OPEX. Look for pops. Shorty, McShorterson. VALE, again, people are like global growth. And I'm looking at these. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Arrow, again, we like commodities long term, but when the market pukes up and throws the baby out with the bathwater. Copper name, Arrow. Again, we thought 15 would be strong if the market dumped. Well, the market hasn't even dumped, and it's below 15. Junior caps or small caps get beaten. CCJ, we talked about this being a double top. And again, we like uranium long term, but I'm telling you, 20-day curling down, first bounce to it. Next leg takes it down to probably the 33 area. Again, weakness. It's very hard to find stocks that are going to be immune to weakness. Just be careful. Again, if you want to go long, just wait. I think it's a saving. Then you can pick anything. CF chopping around. Again, we like ag names, but I like them on discounts. Mosaic, same thing. NTR, again, same thing. Let all these names come in. XLF, easiest trade of the year. We said watch the 100, 250-day cross. Hit it yesterday. Doink. Now, if it gets back up there, you do it again. Please, easy. Financials should get wrecked. JPMO, talked about it. Any bounce, we said this candle literally is pointing down. You might as well just change it to that. And that. And that. And that. That's what that is. And then we said any bounce. Here you go. 150 to the 149s. You're welcome. Cashing. Morgan Stanley, we said this thing has been acting fugly. Gap down. Big volume. Retest the lows. Again, it could chop for a couple of days maybe, but it looks ugly. Goldman, we talked about breaking the channel. Little bounce on earnings. We said watch anything near 315 because it was a multi-day range and the gap. So far, so good. KRE, we talked about dead cat bounce. Meow. Right, dead cat bounce. Chopping around. I mean, these things don't look good. XBI, again, another name that should be ripping if the market's on fire. Look at this thing. It's just trending down. Junior bios look like crap. Solar names, again, they've got earnings coming out. We've talked about them being oversold. Looking at the 20-day. Again, it's hard to short some of these names going into earnings because they are and have been absolutely destroyed. Good luck. Be safe. Hedge if you have. Because again, if you took these trades, let me know because you absolutely made money. And someone on StockTwits months ago told me, hey, I'm going to report you for talking junk about solar names. Well, guess what? That was not cool because guess what? These things got absolutely smoked. We talked about it. Solar is not safe in a recession. Government spending, anything based on freaking subsidies, goodbye. First Solar, again, it's kind of thing. Wait for the bounce. Look at freaking HYG. We said watch corporate debt. Rutro raggy. Doesn't look good. Let's end it with the oil names again. USO, again, we're talking about geopolitically. It's a crapshoot. It's an absolute crapshoot. Be careful. UNG, Nat Gas. And again, I don't like UNG. Wait for some sort of reverse split or something to happen. XOP, holding up pretty well. If you wanted to buy drip down here, it makes sense. Filled the gap. Just to have a stop. You're right. You're wrong. Or sorry, define your risk if you're wrong. ExxonMobil put out a trade today, said watch the 113 level, 20-day. Again, define your risk. If we're wrong, we're wrong. It's okay. But I'd be watching 113 to 114. Any of that seems logical to me. Valero, again, these names, they're oversold. Here you go, said, there's the alarm, 50 and 20-day. Love it. Right? MPC, we talked about, being oversold was going to rally. Going much higher than I thought, but look at this. Keep an eye on this. Because this could be a trap. But again, be aware of earnings. Occidental, back into the Buffett sell zone. Keep an eye on it. Right? All these names. Again, are they best shorts? Probably not. But again, if you want to, define your risk. They're at highs. Remember, nothing's safe. Typically isn't. EQT, 44. And then Flex LNG will end it there. I hope people are doing really well. Again, this isn't easy. I'm just trying to warn people, like, if you expect every moment of every day to be the trend, it doesn't work like that. You got to trade around your positions, have your core, define your risk, use your stops, and manage your position. Sometimes it's great to take a little profit, and then guess what? Something pops up and you're like, well, I really liked Apple, but you know what? Let me short Caterpillar 275. All right, you took some money, moved in there, boom. Again, managing positions. Trading is not hard. The problem with trading is the space between your head. Also, too, if you're in real estate, you're worried about interest rates, you need help selling or buying a house, please reach out. That is my job as well. Love to get a referral, to get 2 agents for 1 to help you out and get you the best amount of money for either selling your home, or if you're looking to buy, talk to me about negotiating deals. Love it. That's my job. I absolutely love that stuff. So again, if you have any questions, please reach out. Appreciate all the love, support, generous donations. Again, if you want to throw me a tip, great, but pay yourself, put money aside for taxes, do something to treat your family, make them feel rewarded for this job and that you're doing all the education you're learning. And then if you want to throw me a tip, awesome. I don't care. It's appreciated highly. Also, too, if you want to use a Calendly link and you want to chat, like, hey, I'm struggling, this is not working, I'm having problems, I will take any amount of time with people. As again, if they're trying to learn, I'm here to help. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Holler at your boy. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.